Welcome back to Sailing Sunday. Last week we conquered the notoriously dangerous Oregon Inlet, a body of water dubbed one of the most dangerous inlets in the USA due to its constantly shifting sands, powerful currents, and unpredictable navigation conditions, making it particularly challenging to navigate even on a good day. With the inlet behind us, we were back in open ocean and making a beeline to the Chesapeake Bay. We're on a time crunch to get to the Annapolis Boat Show, where we've been invited to join the content creators booth. Now we've got less than 12 hours to get there, but navigating the Chesapeake at night with all the crab pots is a recipe for disaster. So we've tucked ourselves into this beautiful anchorage for the night, and now all we have to do is arrive, drop anchor, and jump straight into the craziness that is the Annapolis Boat Show.
Welcome to Annapolis. We friggin' made it. I have been a shell of a woman the last 3 days making our way up here because we got the foster kitten, so I've been up every 2 to 3 hours feeding her, and then on top of that making passages was pretty hectic. So I'm tired, we're tired. Ryan was basically solo sailing most of the way up here, and also we've got laundry hanging everywhere because we have to do laundry. It never ends, boat life.
There was no resting for us. We had a jam-packed schedule and jumped straight into it. We were so happy to see just how many of you made the trip over to see us. This was by far the biggest highlight of what was already an incredible experience. And being our first boat show, we really had no expectations. We're also lucky enough to have the most incredible patrons. Your support over the years has been seriously life-changing, and yet you continue to share such thoughtful gifts with us during our time together. There's no way we could ever repay the kindness that you've shown us, and we thank you for taking the time to come down and see us.
The fun doesn't stop, guys. Popping bottles here at the boat show. Just did our booth time. Met some of you guys. It was really awesome, but we have to keep coming back to the boat to check on the babies.
It's crazy because it's like the dinghy dock is so jam-packed, and we got to come back every 3 hours to feed the kitten. Jackson, what are you doing? We got to walk the dog. So like we're just like, everyone's just hanging out drinking beers and stuff, and we're just like boat show, meet people, do cool stuff, come back.
Everybody else is out there having beers and drinks and stuff, and we keep having to come back to the boat to check on the babies.
Yeah. How you going, little buddy? Yeah.
Little girl.
Yeah. You doing all right?
Hungry girl.
And she ate. No, she hasn't had a bottle yet.
No, I have to wait for it to cool down. You're eating my finger.
So we're gonna feed the cat. Take Jackson for a quick.
Feed the kitten.
All right, we're gonna feed the pussy.
No.
All right, we're gonna feed the kitten. I have to say the word kitten because Brittany's getting mad at me here. So we're gonna feed the kitten. We're gonna walk Jackson, and then we're gonna go back to the boat show. We're gonna go check out Beneteau. I want to go see some new Beneteaus because obviously we're on a Beneteau Oceanus 46. So I'd say we go back there, Brittany, check out Beneteau, and yeah, it should be sweet. The only thing is now we got to plow through this massive dinghy dock again where there's like 50 dinghies all tied up in one little spot, and it takes about 15 minutes just to get to your dinghy. You alright, mate? So she's like,
give it to me.
she's like shaking and freaking out. She's like, give me the word syrup.
It's too warm. You have to wait. Oh, she found
She
it.
found it. Oh.
Hey, stop getting mad. All right, back to the boat show.
Forget about Cape Hatteras, this dinghy dock is by far the most challenging gauntlet we've had to run. I'd love to know just how many people fall in each year trying to leapfrog back and forth. And take it from me, ladies, dresses are not ideal attire for this. Aside from the boat show itself, we also attended the International Cruisers Awards, an event where cruisers and creators come together to celebrate some of the most awesome and inspiring people in this community. It felt pretty incredible to be in a room surrounded by so many like-minded people. Just one example is Vet Tales being recognized for their selfless efforts, providing free veterinary care to local communities along their travels. Congratulations, you guys, it's super well deserved. If you enjoy the work we do with the strays, head over to their YouTube and check them out. They're doing incredible things for the animals and are definitely worth the follow. Now, some of you may remember that Ryan is not the most adventurous eater, and Annapolis is famous for its oysters from the Chesapeake Bay, which are a huge part of the city's food scene and history.
Ryan, you have to.
But not even our patrons could tempt him to try them raw, so I, of course, had to take one for the team, much to Ryan's shock and horror. Every day was packed with so many fun events and activities that we barely had time to actually go and check out the boats. So on the final day, we decided to make it our mission to tour as many as we could. There was some incredible boats on display, all of which made us feel incredibly broke. Don't get me wrong, we absolutely love our beautiful Sunday, but boat designs have come a long way to really make cruising life extra homey and comfortable. But it definitely comes with a shiny price tag.
So we've got the guys here from XS taking us out on their beautiful XS14 here at the Annapolis Boat Show. So far it's absolutely amazing, and all we've done is left the dock.
After a jam-packed week of land fun, it was awesome for Ryan to get out on the water and test out one of the catamarans on display. The guys from XS were great fun and they had a blast out there on the water. There are so many polarized opinions amongst sailors when it comes to comparing catamarans to monohulls, so it was interesting to get out and see just how this baby performed. Now Ryan's a monohull guy through and through, but he's looking pretty comfy out there on the water. So do you think he's been converted?
Oh man, so the Annapolis Boat Show's over. It's been crazy, guys. We've seen, I think, a bunch of patrons came down and went out for dinner with a couple of them. Last night we went out for dinner as well with an amazing restaurant. I'm still so full from that. Thanks, guys. We bloody, what else have we done? We catching up with patrons today who are in Washington. Sorry, that's my navigation going off there. Today we had a bit of a hectic morning. We're going to film this beautiful cinematic of like getting the car and, you know, hiring a car and stuff, but we had the kid in and we got kind of running late, and anyway, we were sitting there arguing on the side of the road. Brittany slapped me a few times and stuff.
Right.
So we got her with us because we've got to feed it every 3 hours. So Washington DC is like an hour drive, and we weren't going to make it there and back in time to feed the kitten. So one thing led to another.
And
What's the GPS telling me? The GPS is telling me to do something. Oh no.
Exit 13.
I gotta get the exit. Okay, so anyway, long story short, we got it sorted, but we were late picking up our rental car and they cancelled it on us. So
And they wouldn't give us any other one.
So we went to a couple of other rental places and boom, we got a rental car for the day. We're happy, things are working out, but it's not 8 a.m. anymore, it's midday. So I wish we had this awesome cinematic film footage stuff for you guys, but all you're getting is me driving right now after a hectic, stressful day, getting slapped and beaten up by my wife. Girlfriend, woman,
right.
chick.
Oh, get a grip. Got the baby. She's coming along for the ride.
With all the drama behind us, we were able to head over to pick up John and Angela, who were patiently waiting for us to get our shit together. Now, first impressions, we were pretty surprised to see just how much garbage was lying around. Considering Washington is the home of American politics, not really a good look for all those high-paid politicians. Now, we only had a short time before everything started to close, so our priority was to check out the famous Smithsonian museums, starting with the National Air and Space Museum.
Hey, Brittany.
Gilmore logged over 25,000 miles in the air during his 9-month flying career.
So the Wright brothers were the first ones to fly, and then this bloke took over from there. Is that right?
There was so many iconic things to see, like the Wright brothers' 1903 flyer, the Apollo 11 command module, and the spacesuit worn by Neil Armstrong.
That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Okay, so we just did the Smithsonian plane museum, and so we're coming back to the boat.
Yep, boat life is so ingrained into my soul, I just refer to the car as a boat.
I just went to a cafe and got some warm water, and we're gonna give the kitten a bottle, and then we're gonna go, I think, to the Natural History Museum. But this is foster life. I don't want to get white powder in the car. They're gonna think we're doing drugs. Look like crazy people. You naughty girl.
Hey mate, how you going?
After checking in on the baby, we made our way over to the Natural History Museum, which is the one I was most excited to see. And honestly, I could have spent days exploring this place. A few hours is definitely not enough, especially when you've got this goofball following you around.
Yeah, there's literally no way escaping that.
One exhibit we found particularly interesting was the Human Origins exhibit, which featured ancient skulls dating back millions of years, unveiling the evolution and diversity of our human ancestors. The museum also houses an impressive collection of authentic dinosaur fossils, including skeletons and bones. They also have an area that looks like a scene right out of Jurassic Park, which is a workspace where visitors can watch paleontologists and scientists work on real fossils. I was especially excited to check out the National Gem Collection, and one piece in particular. This is the Hope Diamond, one of the most famous pieces of jewelry in the entire world, which has fascinating stories woven into its history. And coming in at a whopping 45 carats is the largest blue diamond known to exist in the world. But that's not the only impressive piece on display. There's so many incredible gems with really interesting history here, including these gorgeous diamond earrings which were once owned by Marie Antoinette. Our visit to DC was definitely short but sweet, and we didn't even scratch the surface of what there is to see around here. It's definitely worth the visit and should be on your list of sights to see if you ever come here to America. Just make sure if you do come here, you don't contract the plague like we did, but that's for another video. If you enjoy our videos, please hit the subscribe button. It's a great way to support our channel, and we'll see you next Sunday.
Alright, if you like the videos, please subscribe. Fell off the couch. Like and subscribe.